hey guys, my name is Piyush. Cheat code is I consider a very good resource. Like always go through the previously asked questions.
Hi everyone. Today I have Piyush with me. He has passed out in 2018, I guess, and he did his BTech from Maharaja Agresian College. And after his college, he joined Microsoft, which is actually a very good company. And as you might all realize, you would actually want to know how he re- lived his journey, how he prepared everything. So I requested Piyush, and he agreed on editing a video with me. So let's welcome Piyush. And Piyush, can you just introduce yourself once to the viewers?
Yeah, sure. So hey guys, my name is Piyush, and I graduated in 2018, and like I joined Microsoft after that, and I'm a CSE. I completed my BTech in CSE, and that's it.
Great, Piyush. Cool. So let's begin with the very first question, which is like, ki if I am in a college and I want to start preparation, and you must also have gone through the same journey, ki what should I learn? How should I prepare? So what do you think, how one should prepare for big companies like Microsoft and all? Like you also started preparation at some point in time. So what all things would you like to
Yeah.
say, how one should start the preparation?
Okay. So I think like let's say if I'm in first year or in second year,
Right.
so probably the first thing that I should be working on is probably my data structure and algorithm skills. So I would recommend students to just go through the basics of DS first. For example, going through arrays, linked list, trees, like binaries, BSTs, heaps, and some basics of dynamic programming, some
Right.
basics of graphs. So just get a good grasp on these things, so that these would not actually like help that much in development, but yeah, just to get started with. So like first thing I would suggest students to go through this, spend some time on this, and after that I would recommend to learn some kind of technology. For example, they can pick anything. For example, like Android is there, iOS is there, or if you talk in the backend on the website, so we can take front end also, back end also. So like pick any technology in that case. So yeah, so like that would be like my suggestion for like students who have joined recently college. And yeah.
So would you like to suggest like they should start as early as possible? Like one of the very common doubt which people have, ki when should I start? Like, first year, second year, third year, or I should wait for my placements to come and then I will start 2 months
Okay.
before that. So what do you think is the good time to start in that sense?
Okay. Good time to start. So like let me be very honest with you. Like when I started,
Right,
so basically I think I started my coding journey in second year, and like to be honest, I think fourth semester was the like to be the precise time when I started.
right,
So yeah, so I think uh, like for example, in case of for in my case, so I directly started actually with Android. So
right.
I didn't went through the DS and like algo stuff first. So yeah, so I did like Android for some time, and then so we were in I think third year, and sixth semester, and so generally like in my college what used to happen was we used to directly have companies coming in for placements, like as in fourth year. Like
Okay,
some colleges have things like
right,
the like companies come in for interns as well,
right,
but in my college it was like directly coming for placements.
right.
So actually that was the first time when I started working like on like that kind of level for my interviews for data structures and algorithms.
Right. So
So
what do you
like that
suggest?
was
Like,
my preparation.
correct. So
Yeah.
what do you suggest? Like, should person still invest their time in building applications like Android websites, those sort of thing, or they should focus on data structures more than these stuff? Like from the interviews perspective, if I ask, do the company really ask Android, or do they expect Android development and those sort of things in the interviews?
So I think like that is going to, so basically, so like what I would suggest is, so like spend some time on data structures and algorithms,
Right,
and if you feel like you can also try competitive programming also.
right,
And like if you like get the gist of it and like you start in actually enjoying it, So actually, like I have few friends who started, who parallelly started development also with me.
Right.
But so like they were not like very much enthusiastic about it, or like they didn't like that much. But like they used to like CP a lot. So yeah, so and like they're placed in very good companies now. So
Okay.
so there can be two paths to this. So one is like the CP path that people are following, and one can be like this path,
What
like
is CP path?
doing some,
This is some new word
like
to
as
me.
in the as in like the competitive programming one.
Okay,
So
computer
like
programming one.
people,
Okay, okay,
yeah, like students who are doing like competitive programming during the college days
okay.
entirely.
And if you
So
just do Android and all, does that also help in interviews?
so like I think so that would help the like help the recruiter as well, and the company as well, to get an idea that okay, like since this candidate is knowing like that the candidate has done like few projects in Android, or let's say any of the technology, so
Correct.
they know that that person is having some basic, or let's say good amount of, so like any of these amount of experience in one technology, and probably they can like help that person train, and like and they can switch it and switch the technology for that person, and then yeah, so I think that will be good for the person.
Got it. So basically, what I get you're suggesting is ki focus on data structures and algorithms, like make do regular practice or do take participation in coding contest and all. But if you get time, then try to build on some extra projects also, like on Android or
Yeah,
website,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it
yeah,
will help you in better match, or in getting your resume shortlisted in a better way. That's
yeah, that is
good.
going to act as a like kind of like cherry on the cake, or like plus points to the
Correct, correct.
to
Got it.
your resume.
Got it. Cool. The second thing I have is like most of the people, they just think ki, how do you know ki you have to start coding, like what all things they should start with, as you already said, like maybe do core concepts and all. But let's say I'm a newbie, what should be the first step of mine? Which book should I read? Which site should I go to if I have to start some
Okay,
coding? Which resource should I use? So if you can just tell about some resources
okay,
for
okay, okay,
both the
okay,
concepts learning as well as going, doing some competition and all those kind of things.
okay. So in this case, so I can I think like for data structures and algorithms, so lead code is like I consider a very good resource.
Okay, okay,
So like for interview practice also, and like and for like general like getting idea of the things.
right,
So there, like how I used to do the lead code was, I used to like select one sort of topic. For example, let's say today I'm doing arrays, or
right,
let's say I'm doing linked lists or something like that. So I used to just sort the questions from easy to hard level, and just get started with the questions.
right.
So so I and yeah, so I think like LeetCode is a very good resource for DSL Go. Geeks for Geeks is also like another like similar thing.
Okay,
Uh, yeah, so that is for the DSL Go part, and for let's say for picking up technology, so there can be like they can follow some sort of like courses. So for example, Coursera is there,
okay,
Udacity is there, Udemy is there,
okay,
and I used to do like coding blocks courses also.
okay.
So there is, yeah, so yeah, coding blocks, coding ninja, yeah, these like platforms are also there.
Got it, got it. So basically, you
Yeah,
did your preparation for almost 2 years then. I mean, 4 semesters, then 2.5 years almost then. And then
yeah.
the actual day, I mean, or the time for the placement came. So, um, were you nervous? How was that time like? I think all of us used to be nervous, but how did you tackle that time? Did you continue doing your coding? Did you learn something else at that time? How was that time? And not only you, how were your friends doing? Like, were they all also focusing only on coding or some other stuff also during that last
Okay,
2-3 months?
okay. So so I think so. So placement season actually began generally begins in colleges around June, July,
Right,
August. So it can depend from college to college.
right.
So so yeah, so like we actually like some of our friends, some of us friends. So we decided sort of a timeline kind of a thing, that like we'll start preparing for interviews from this time,
Okay,
and yeah, and we'll go through like till this time. So yeah, so like for example, we started in January, in like in our sixth semester,
right.
and yeah, so like we were doing DSL Go during all this time, and and yeah, like so like and parallelly also, first starting few months we used to like completely dedicate on the like entire interview thing.
Right.
But like after a few months, like when we had like some kind of grasp on like how the interview is going to be,
Right.
and like after facing few of the interviews in the internal, on campus companies, so after that we got some idea. And then actually like parallelly we also started learning like different things. So for example, like I was generally working like majorly in the Android part during my college days. So but in the last year I learned like backend development also.
Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
so like parallelly after preparing for the interviews I started learning like this kind of stuff also.
So basically, you're trying to say कि make some strategy and maybe make some group among yourself and then try
Yeah,
to discuss maybe problems among yourself so that you can learn better or make some study group kind of thing so that you can practice more and more problems. You make some schedule. Those sort of things you are trying to suggest for the last
yeah,
6 months or so,
yeah,
right?
yeah, right, right,
Great. As
right.
you said, Android and backend development, I can completely understand that might help as a catalyst or cherry on a cake sort of thing. But
Yeah,
are these things really asked in an interview? Do companies really ask them in the interview when they come on campus? Like
on
backend or system
campus.
design or Android, any of these things other than coding?
So for example in my college, so we were not having like companies like Microsoft or Amazon or Google I think coming to our campus
Okay,
during like my college time.
okay,
So generally the companies that used to come, so they used to focus on data structures algorithms part, and like GDs were also there. So
okay,
something like these used to happen.
okay,
And and I think like as far as like I have heard from my friends who have said for on campus placement of these companies, so
right,
they used to generally focus on the DS and Algo part only. For
right,
example, like there is generally an online round in which like on some platform, CoCubes or AMCAT, something like this,
correct,
and they are having few questions on that, and after that like some face-to-face interviews,
right,
also in which like they are going to assess generally I think on the DS Algo side, because like I think from the college fresh grad, it's not like that much expected that that person is going to be solving like that kind of a problem.
right,
So but yeah, so like it helps to like yeah, act as a catalyst or a cherry on the cake for like for the interview that this person has a knowledge. And I think interviewer can ask some of the question, not like the entire interview is going to be on that piece of thing, but yeah,
right,
that interview can ask like few set of questions just to get an idea that the person actually knows about this. So
right.
like that can also actually help I think.
Correct. So basically, one thing I would like to suggest is if you put anything on your resume, as Piyush also told, ki the interviewer can definitely go into the thing that you have written on your resume. So only write those things which you actually know. Don't write
Yeah,
any
right.
extra stuff.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
try
right.
to make your resume, fancy by just putting stuff there. Try to put only those things which you actually know and which you can answer if
Yeah, right.
asked. It's better to not write something than write extra things, so that you do not
Yeah.
face this issue during the interview. Great. Cool. So going forward, like, as you also said, ki you did not sit for campus placements and Microsoft kind of companies did not used to come to your college. So how did you apply to Microsoft then?
Okay, so yeah, I actually sat for campus placements.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I actually sat for campus placements, but
Okay.
yeah, so like these kind of companies were not there
Okay.
at that time.
Okay.
And for Microsoft, so actually there was like a friend of mine who was working in Microsoft already,
Okay.
and somehow like I asked him like, so he told me that there is an opening in Microsoft in Bangalore, and like he referred me, and somehow like I got a link also for performing that online test.
Okay.
And like so like I think three of us have applied. Like, so
Right.
there were two more friends of mine who have applied with me, and like all of us gave the test.
Right.
And yeah, so like after that like we had like few set of rounds. So like should we discuss like what are the rounds and all?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. But basically, you
Okay.
applied using your friend via referral mechanism, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Uh, okay. Did you face any
So
challenge
like
from being a tier two college, like during application? Did your friend when you, I mean, were Microsoft okay to interview you in that sense, or did they create any, or in general, like companies, did you face any challenge while applying to the companies when you were on the campus? Key because you are not from that particular college, that's why we will not you know take your interview or that sort of thing, or was it like companies were okay to take the interviews and go ahead?
uh, I think like companies were okay, but so I think like generally for freshers hiring, So like
Right.
most of the companies do hiring like on campus. For
Right.
example, if Microsoft is going, or some like
Right.
Amazon is going, or even Uber is going. So generally, like they if they are hiring fresh grads, so generally they go for like hiring interns from a college and like giving them PPO, or
Right.
like hiring like fresh grads from the like directly with the
Specific
colleges.
colleges. Right.
Yeah, specific colleges, right? Yeah, so generally I think the number of vacancies that are there for like for fresh grads in these cases in these companies is like relatively low.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, yeah, that was like my understanding.
Correct.
uh, but yeah, like but there was not like anything like that, like they were not going to interview or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
so but yeah, so like that was not there.
What are other ways do you think one can apply from such colleges? Like, you got a chance, maybe, because of your friend.
Yeah,
Someone might not have a
yeah.
friend in a big company, or, even if after application, someone might not get a call back from them. So what do you think? What are some other ways one can apply?
So one of the best ways is, so actually like I think referral is the best way,
Okay.
but like the ways to get a referral can be different. For example, like there can be some friend or a senior of your college working in
Right.
the company,
Right.
and there can also be so actually I started building on my LinkedIn network
Right.
early, from I think from third year or second year, something like that.
Okay.
So I think like building a good LinkedIn network can also help, where you have showcased your projects also, and like you have showcased all the technologies and things you have worked upon, and then you can contact actually like people working in that company and ask them if they can refer you. So I
Right.
think that that way is also good. And yeah, and like the final way is like simply applying at the careers portal.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Cool. So let's come to the interview parts now. What were the rounds like? So as you said, your first round was anyways coding round, which was online test sort of thing. What were the other
Yeah.
rounds like?
Okay.
I mean, how was the overall
So
process?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so starting with like the first round was the online round. That was Microsoft, I think, used to conduct this round on CoCube's platform.
Okay.
And as far as I can remember, there were three questions in that, and like I think the first question was on arrays, second question was on linked list,
Okay.
and third question was on I think BST.
Okay.
Yeah, and format was something like I think 90 minutes were there for solving
Okay.
all the three questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was the first round, and second round was happened in Gurgaon office.
Okay.
Yeah, Microsoft Gurgaon office, and that was group fly round.
Okay.
So that is something like all the candidates are divided in some groups, and like every group is given some sort of questions like one after the another,
Right.
something like this is there. And every person has to come up with a solution and tell the like so mentors are going like roaming around in the room, and they have to discuss their strategy with the mentor, and they can also like cross question you or ask you to implement something different. So
Question was
like
again
that kind of
coding
environment.
only, right?
Yeah, coding only.
Okay.
So I think so if I remember the question, I think so one was something like deep copy, shallow copy kind of a thing,
Okay.
and the second question was something around yeah, again some priority queue thing was there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this was a group fly round,
Okay.
and after that I also had two more face to face rounds.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
What were these?
and
What were those
and
rounds like?
yeah. So those rounds actually also involved like DSLGO mostly,
Okay.
but yeah, so like some like in kind of twisted form they were there. For
Okay.
example, like telling like not telling you directly that some BST is going to be involved in the question, but something like telling you like okay, like for example, there is a Twitter scenario and tweets are coming in this form, so you have to figure out something like this, and probably like you can map that question to simply like like for example finding the top k elements of an array with the priority queue, something like this.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, so like questions are like that.
Were there any questions from OSDBMS also? Actually, I missed that part, but I get many questions from people ki do companies really ask OSDBMS networking kind of stuff? Did you face any questions on that, or did your friends face any questions on that during their campus placements?
um Actually, like personally I haven't faced like any questions on
Okay.
these.
Okay.
So like for example, generally I face questions around DSL go, And like if I was giving interview for some startups and all, so for that I used to face questions on around like Android or something like design kind of thing, some like some low level design kind of stuff, something
Even
like that.
during fresher
But
also, like when you were grad, just recent grad kind of thing.
yes, yes, like for
Okay,
startup, like yeah, I faced.
got it, got it. Great.
Yeah.
So you finally crossed that thing, and cleared the interviews. Definitely, otherwise you would not have been at Microsoft. So how the journey's been like with Microsoft? How are you liking Microsoft so far? How was your initial days? What did you like about Microsoft? Um, you know, how's the overall experience?
So the experience is actually good. Like I started, so like I used to work on Android in the college days.
Okay,
After coming to Microsoft, I actually picked up iOS,
right.
and like I started learning iOS from scratch here. And yeah, so like I've worked on iOS projects here. I've
Right.
also like worked on bits and pieces of Android also, and React Native also.
Right. So
Yeah, so
overall, what's one thing
yeah,
I
the
would like
journey.
to, if I ask you like, what's one thing you liked about Microsoft most? So what would you say that?
One thing, one thing that I liked about Microsoft. So 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 they gave us actually a good amount of time to get settled. So like after you're coming from college, so like there's I think there's a complete kind of an environment change for like people coming from college to into a corporate kind of a culture.
Right.
So yeah, so good amount of time and good amount of learning also, I think. So
Correct.
yeah, so like these kind, like I cannot say like there is only like one thing or something like that, but yeah, I've learned that there have been like very good memories. I've learned a lot here.
Correct, correct. So basically, that's actually the
Yeah,
most important thing when you join any company, like companies giving some amount of time for people to settle down. That's actually a very good thing.
yeah,
And even I would like
yeah,
that whenever I join company. Even I have joined Microsoft recently 2 months back, and
yeah.
I am getting
Okay.
that time. So even I can, plus one on that key. Microsoft does give
Yeah,
some buffer time to you so that you can just settle down, learn things, just
yeah,
explore things in Microsoft. This is actually a very good thing
yeah,
in
right.
Microsoft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Great. So during the overall process, um, though you did not face any challenge from tier two college because you sort of got a friend, but let's say you had not got a friend to apply, or Microsoft would have you would have not got into Microsoft. Then what was your backup plan like? How were you planning to overcome getting a job, or maybe getting a good job without Microsoft also?
Okay, so actually, like I was actually trying off campus also.
Okay.
So yeah, so like one thing I would like suggest to all the students is who are in tier two colleges or even in tier one also. So like after, so probably whenever your on campus placement season is off, like after like you have got the placement and like you are no longer like you can no longer sit in the campus placements.
Right.
So just like try to try to get your focus on the off campus placements. And like even if you don't want, like just try something
And
that will give
something
you
like,
like what exactly like.
yeah, yeah, please continue. Sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead. Okay. Yeah, so like that will actually give something around like what exactly is happening, like or what exactly is expected of the freshers, because like campus interviews are a bit different as compared to like off campus interviews.
And what is
Yeah.
that difference? If I ask this, like, what do you think? What are the differences? Are there some differences in the type of interviews being taken, or the expectation, or just the application part? What are the where the
so
actually
e-
difference
even
lies?
even getting the interview in the off campus, that is also a challenge.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah. So like the entire process would be fun, like even after you have got a campus placement, just try for off campus placement. Like and yeah, like you will get to learn a lot of things in that process only,
Correct.
just like probably you will get to learn to make connections like on LinkedIn and all. You will also learn to how to pass the barrier for getting your resume selected, so that for example when you are switching your company like next time, so
Right,
like you don't have to face the entire thing again.
right, right. And
Yeah, so
to
it's more
apply
like that.
off campus, as you already said, the referrals is the one way which you can suggest. Right.
Yeah, so like referrals is one of them. And so yeah, like for example, some colleges have like some sort of like alumni groups as well, where
Okay.
they can post that like some sort of this thing. And yeah, so alumni referrals from friends, or from people in your LinkedIn community,
Right.
so things like that. Or even like directly approaching the recruiter on LinkedIn. I think
Okay.
that can also be a good option. Yeah, like I think like we also used to do that a lot,
Right.
like during our college days. Yeah,
Right.
like for or off-campus placement, like we used to like directly ping like recruiters of like almost like I think like recruiters of almost all the companies. Yeah, during my off-campus placement.
Right. Correct.
Yeah,
Great. One thing I would like to add on here is one another way of lending to companies like Microsoft and all. It can be like, if let's say you do not get a job or maybe referral or something directly in Microsoft, Amazon, Adobe kind of companies, then what you can actually do is try for a bit, uh, a company which can give you a better chance, like, Paytm, Zomato kind of companies. Spend time
yeah,
like, 2 years or so over there, and then you can easily switch to big companies like Microsoft, Adobe, Amazon. So don't get disheartened. I mean, that's just one thing. Ki if you do not get calls from Microsoft kind of companies, then just don't get disheartened. Ki I will only apply for these companies. Try for next set of companies and then make a switch again after 2 years or so. That will be a fairly easier switch at that time than hunting at the
yeah.
campus itself. Yeah, cool. So, and what do you think? How much data structures have helped you in Microsoft? I mean, every company out there, whether it's Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Adobe, Facebook, every company is taking data structures and algorithms only, right? Do you think are they really applied in your
Yeah.
regular work?
So like I think like judging, so like like the interviews that involve like these like many, so like generally interviews involve like many tough kind of questions, like in this process of data structure algorithms. So
Right,
probably like we won't be dealing with these kind of questions every day,
right,
but I think like those are like the standard practices that we have, like time tested ways of evaluating a person's problem solving skills.
right.
So yeah, so like I think so like yeah, people should focus on like DSLGO also. So, like they should not like completely like let go DSLGO and focus on development. Like just like, they should focus on that also, I think.
Correct, correct. Great, Piyush. So that's all I had. Thanks a lot for sharing all of your experiences. It's gonna definitely help people a lot, and
Yeah,
whoever is trying to prepare or whoever is going to sit for placements this year, next year, or maybe who is right now in
yeah,
college and trying to start, this video is gonna help all of them. And thanks a lot for taking out time and creating helping
yeah,
us creating a video on that. um,
yeah. No worries.
one last thing I would like to ask you is if there's one thing which you'd like to suggest, like one mantra kind of thing which you would like to suggest to
Okay.
people, which you might have followed, or which might have seen or you might have learned over the time. This is one thing which they should follow in their regular practice time, or when they are preparing. What should be that one thing?
Okay. So as in like the interview practice time, or like as in like any sort of mantra kind of thing.
Interview practice time. I mean, if they are trying to crack companies like Microsoft kind of companies, what one thing they should definitely follow?
What one thing? So 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 after like after you have got a good grasp of DSLGO, so always like just before going for the interview process, for example, let's say tomorrow you are having interviews for, let's say, Amazon or even the online rounds. So
Right,
always like I would suggest that like always go through the previously asked questions of that company.
right,
And like Geeks for Geeks is a very good resource for that.
right.
And yeah, so like that will be like that. So sometimes it can happen that the same set of questions, or questions like which might be involving similar approaches, can come in those in those tests. So that can help you a lot actually.
Correct. That's actually a very good suggestion. Actually, very very good suggestion, which I would like to also like to plus one on. Ki always go through the previous asked questions for that company. This definitely helps a lot most of the times. Great, great. That's all then, Piyush. Thanks a lot, and all the best for your future and all the best for your journey. You're gonna make,
Thank you.
in Microsoft and in your next future endeavors, right? Great. Thanks, Piyush. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Happy placements, everyone.
Yeah, yeah.